Jonathan, got some tech history. June 1st to the 27th.
Let's start off with June 21st, the first stored program run.
The first stored program, Manchester's small-scale experimental machine, better known as the SSEM. So the first program was designed to test computers' reliability and ran for 52 minutes, performing 3.5 million operations.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Wow, in 53 minutes. I think now computers run 3.5 million in like a blink of an eye.
Yeah. In 1948 standards, that's like...
Yeah, this is 1948. I wonder how this one was different from the, remember we just had a previous segment where they talked about a computer that actually allowed you to store programs on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how this one was different. Oh, you know what? The other one actually didn't use vacuum tubes. It used diodes.
Mm.
So I think this one, I don't know. Let's look at this. Can we see this? Oh man.
Wow. There's a lot of wires.
Definitely look like vacuum tubes, don't they?
Yep. Look at all their wires in the back too.
That is crazy. This was state of the art at the time. Wow. What happens if we click on this link here? What is this? Where does this take us? Any more pictures? I don't see. No, same picture.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Imagine using that monitor for gaming. Whoa, look at those tubes, man. That's crazy. What the? Wow. That's bizarre.
All right. Whoa.
Look at this small scale experiment beer machine.
Fresh beer.
What else do we got, Jonathan?
Next, we have June 23rd, QWERTY typewriter patented.
The QWERTY typewriter. Oh man, this looks like the machine that I learned how to program in.
In 1868?
1868. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I got to see some more pictures of this. This is...
What is... Oh, wow. I was like, what is the thing on the... What's the foot pedal for? But you have to like move your own paper or something, or...
Oh. Wow. I have no idea.
What is the foot pedal for?
I mean, I could see for the sewing machine. Oh, you know what? I bet you the foot pedal was to roll the paper.
Oh, okay.
I bet you that's what it was for.
Because you still had to, like, after you're done with the line, you had to go.
Yeah. Wow. And this thing was patented.
Pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. I wonder what other pictures they got here. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Wow. These are the keys. Look at the keys.
Oh, wow. You can see them.
And the paper would go on this here.
That looks like huge paper would go in there too.
You know why they call it a QWERTY keyboard?
Yep. Those first 5 letters or 6 letters.
That's right. QWERTY. So they basically, they did an analysis on words. And they took the words and they put all the letters that were mostly used in words. But what they failed to do was to determine if those words were actually being used, were common words that were being used. Dvorak, which basically took the same concept, but it's Dvorak here, right? He actually changed. It's a different pattern that you would use. And what he did is he studied words that were commonly used and what keys were being used or what letters were being used for those commonly used words so that you can easily type them out. So you would type a lot faster with common words, but it would slow you down with other words, where with QWERTY, you kind of just kept a consistent speed regardless of whether it was common words or non-common words. So
You know what I just noticed? That
what?
that keyboard doesn't have a 1.
Oh, you know why?
Why?
The L serves as a 1.
Oh, or I, right?
Yeah, a lowercase L or I, yeah, or a capital I. Yeah.
Wow, they did not want to waste space for that.
They couldn't. They had to be efficient. And guess what they used for the 0?
Oh yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny.
But you know what? They had really very creative fonts, or I guess typography, is that what you would call it for in the case of the typewriter? So their fonts were very creative. And depending on the typewriter you had, that would determine what type of font you would have. That's cool.
All right, next we have June 24th, iPhone 4 goes on sale.
iPhone 4. Did you ever have one of these?
I don't remember what iPhone I had.
I had the iPhone 3.
I feel like we had the iPhone 4 then.
Yeah, I had the iPhone 3 because it was so small. And I was like, yeah, you could hold it in one hand and do whatever you need to do with it. I think I bought it for $100 off of a coworker. And yeah, I guess you guys got the iPhone 4 after, huh?
Yeah,
I think BJ had like the first 4 iPhones.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah. 2010. Now they're on iPhone 12, 11, 12,
Is that
like that.
is that where they're at now? I don't even keep up with iPhone anymore. They're so expensive. Well, not to say I don't even know what version they're on right now. That I stopped. I mean, my phones are just as expensive as iPhones, but I feel like, yeah, iPhone's still more expensive. It's crazy.
All right. Kind of want to know what's happening on June 26th. IPC, UPC.
IPC, UPC. Ah. 1974, the UPC code was used to ring up purchases for the first time. I remember this. I remember they made such a big deal about it.
Really?
Yeah, they were oh man. I want to hurt people's feelings, but there's a group of people that just read into things a little bit too much. And this was supposed to be like the humans were supposed to get this next, like on the back of their head or the back of their hand or this part of their hand, and we're all going to be scanned and we're all going to have this unique number, and this was the mark of the beast and all this good stuff. They're like, no, just like, we just want an easy way to scan the food when you buy it.
It's so much more easier now.
It's just so much more easier. So now everybody just kind of looks for that UPC code and they use it as part of part of scanning, really. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I remember that. I remember it was such a big deal.
All right, last one, June 27. All hail Atari.
I can see why you saved this one for last. Atari was one of your favorites.
Oh yeah.
You know, Atari started off as a game, like a board game or card game company.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think they've been around since the early 1900s.
Oh wow.
Or was it Nintendo? Maybe I'm talking about Nintendo. Yeah, I think maybe Nintendo was, maybe not Atari. Because, Atari started with Pong. Yeah, so it must have been Nintendo. So the iconic video game company Atari is founded by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Damdy. We had Nolan Bushnell in one of our birthday segments, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we talked about the Pong game. You're like, is that boring game that goes back and forth between the and I was like, yep, that's it. That's the guy. That's cool. It started in 1977. I was 8 years old.
That was the start of video games.
It was. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty much it.
Cool. Well, that's a great way to close it off and leave everybody with Atari on their mind. Until next time.
All right.